The historical Yorkshire town of Knaresborough has many interesting places to visit, and this one, Mother Shipton's Cave, is the oldest visitor attraction in Great Britain. Originally the land was part of a royal hunting ground. In 1630, a local landowner, Sir Thomas Slingsby, bought the mile-long piece of land from the reigning monarch. The price included the dripping well, which people believed had magical powers to cure many ailments. Sir Thomas immediately fenced off the well and charged a fee to anyone wishing to partake of the water. Now it's a modern facility which has the cave, the petrifying dripping well, a museum, a wishing well, and also a pleasant walk with views across the River Nid, where fine examples of historical dwellings can be seen. Sir Henry Slingsby, a great-grandson of Sir Thomas, was the person who landscaped the area and planted the tall upright beech trees that line the path. Children are not forgotten, and a play area is provided for them. This is the cave where it is claimed that Mother Shipton was born in 1488. Her mother, Agatha Southill, a 15-year-old girl of easy virtue, took refuge in the cave from a violent storm and gave birth. She named the baby Ursula, who it is said was very disfigured. The cave is bare except for a roughly hewn statue of Mother Shipton as an old woman. The infant grew up and developed the gift of foreseeing the future. Although regarded by some as a witch, she married a local carpenter, Toby Shipton, and from then on became known as Mother Shipton. After foretelling her own death, Mother Shipton died in 1561. Her burial location is unknown, but a tombstone was erected outside of Knaresborough. The monument has now disappeared, but this 1852 old map of the York area shows where the stone was placed. A museum called Rackstraws claimed to be exhibiting the genuine skull of Mother Shipton brought from her grave at Knaresborough. Until its removal in 1839, a collection of wax models was displayed at London's Westminster Abbey, and among the kings and queens was Mother Shipton. There are many drawings and paintings of Mother Shipton, none of which are very flattering. The predictions relating to today's events are totally faked by rogue publishers, especially Charles Hindley in his book published in 1862. One of her predictions was the plague that swept England. Another prophecy was the Great Fire of London, which occurred in 1666. Samuel Pepys, the famous diarist of the time, wrote that while he was touring London with a royal party looking at the fire, Prince Rupert, a member of the party, was heard to remark that Mother Shipton's prediction had come true. This is Prince Edward, the only surviving son of King Henry VIII and Jane Seymour. Mother Shipton predicted that the boy would die young. Cardinal Wolsey was very angry when she predicted that he, as Archbishop of York, would see the city but never enter it. He sent 3 friends, the Earl of Northumberland, the Duke of Suffolk and the Duke of Somerset, to tell her to recant and withdraw the prediction, or he would on entering York have her burnt as a witch. Not only did she confirm the prophecy, but also told the 3 men that they also would be executed. Later, the Cardinal lost favour with the King and was stripped of all his titles, except he was allowed to remain Archbishop of York. On his way to York, he stopped at Carewood and climbed to the top of the castle tower and could see York 8 miles away. On his way down, he was arrested and summoned back to London to face charges of treason. On the journey, he took ill and died at Leicester. He was buried in the Leicester Abbey grounds. The grounds are now a park. Although this slab is a memorial to him, the actual burial site is unknown. The 3 messengers were executed and their heads displayed at York. The son of Henry VIII became King Edward VI and died when he was 15. One prediction happily has not yet been fulfilled. She prophesies that if the bridge at Knaresborough, collapsed 3 times, the world would end. If you live in Knaresborough and believe the predictions, you could be a little worried, as the bridge has already collapsed twice. Some enterprising mine host hope to cash in on the prediction. A few yards from the cave is the petrifying well. The water contains a very high level of minerals that eventually petrifies any object it passes over. You may notice that there is an abundance of teddy bears being petrified. This is because the owners of the attraction export the bears to many parts of the world. Information can be heard from playback units at each particular site. There are 2 versions available, one for adults and another for children. The downside is that the visitor has to listen to the recording whether he wants to or not.
At the time when Mother Shipton was born, Knaresborough townsfolk thought the well that turned things into stone was magic and evil spirits lived there. They were very superstitious.
A popular pastime is making a wish. There are strict guidelines on how to make a wish at the famous wishing well. And so to the final site, the museum. This building is mainly taken up by petrified objects donated by celebrities and their ilk, such as a hat donated by John Craven, a favourite television presenter. Another hat given by the late John Wayne, the Hollywood legend.
Are you going out of the park forever or are you coming back in?
Pride of place must go to a shoe from Queen Mary. This is Sir Henry Slingsby, who did so much to make the ground so attractive. And so, as Blind Jack, a Knaresborough celebrity, stares vacantly at the visitor, the end of the tour is reached. If they wish, visitors can leave their cars in the grounds and step outside at the gate by the museum and spend time in the town centre, which is not far to walk, and so complete a very interesting day.